Hello there, friends. Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library. And Gally and I are here today to talk to you about a book that we just recently read that we really enjoyed, and it's got us thinking. I'm still thinking about it. I think there's a lot to talk about with this book. It's really interesting. And the best part about it was something I just picked up on a whim. I hadn't heard about it before I started reading it. I hadn't heard any buzz or anything about it. I just happened to come across it in a bookstore when I was in Ann Arbor, and instead of buying it, I ended up just checking it out from the library. And that book is A Likely Story by Leigh McMullen Abramson. A Likely Story. So you can probably guess why I was drawn to this book when I saw the cover, right? I mean, it's very interesting. It's got books built into a house on the front. And like I said, I had never heard of it before, which is why I didn't buy it right away. I decided to just check it out from the library and see what was up. And I'm really glad that I went that route, because I feel like this is a book, while it's really good and it's got a lot to talk about and a lot to keep you thinking about, I don't know necessarily that I would read it again, because the twists that come from it, I think, are just better once and once only. So this is definitely a book that I think, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a librarian, but this is definitely a book I think is better if you check it out from the library. It's really good. So what is this story about? So this story is about an aspiring author whose name is Isabel, and she just turned 35, and she's been trying for years to get a book published, and she just can't seem to get it to work. The reason why this is super frustrating for her in particular, I mean, it's got to be frustrating for anybody, right? But it's super frustrating for her in particular because her father is the great and powerful Ward Manning. So basically, he is a huge author. He is a literary icon. Everybody knows his name. People recognize him in public. And she's trying to follow in his footsteps, and she's trying to live up to his ideals and his expectations for her, and so far she's failing. So the story begins where actually her mother, Claire, has just passed away. So Claire was the one that held the family together. She was the one that kept everything running smoothly. She kept, she was the one that really primarily took care of Isabel, because her father is always busy writing or on tours and stuff like that. So she has passed away, and she has left Isabel this thing in her will that she has to go and clean out at this beach house they have, at this very particular drawer, because there's something in there for her. So when she does, she doesn't go right away, but when she does go and she uncovers what her mother has left for her, it is a big revelation, and it upends everything Isabel thought about her family, everything she thought about her father, and it's explosive. So I had a feeling what that revelation was going into this book. So I was a little bit surprised, but not completely taken by surprise. However, there is another twist in this book that I had no idea and I did not see coming, and that was what really got me excited. Like, towards the end, you find out about this other twist, and I was so taken aback by it, I could not believe it. And it's the one that I'm still thinking of. So the reason I said, and I don't normally say this about books, or if I say just get it from the library, don't bother buying it, the reason I said that is because, like I said, I don't know that I would read it again. I think that the joy and the excitement of this book is to figure out the twists, and then that's it. The other reason is, and I do have to give fair warning about this, the characters in this book are really not very likable. So Ward, the father in particular, is so obnoxious and awful of a human being. Oh, he's pompous and arrogant, and it works. It works for the story, because that's what the author is trying to do. She's not trying to get you to like him. She's trying to show you who he is, and we see who he is, and he is just a despicable person. So I love to hate characters. I'm definitely not the kind of person that has to love every character to love the book, but he in particular is awful. He's just, you're gonna love to hate this guy. But I also really want to point out that Isabel, who was our main character, the hero that we're supposed to be reading for, she's not super wonderful either. She's definitely spoiled. She's got a friend that she met in college. She's best friends with. He is obviously in love with her and has been for years. And she treats him abominably. She just uses him, doesn't give anything back. It's really painful to watch that. And she's a little arrogant too. And I think that's a lot of the point of the story is look at these people and the way that they live in this high class literary world. And I mean, not to make you feel sorry for them, but kind of, because they're so out of touch and they're so cut off from, like, I don't want to say humanity, but it is kind of like humanity. It's almost like watching aliens walk around. So they were so unlikable that I don't know that I would want to spend more time with them. But the time that I did spend with them was amazing and great. And like I said, the twists in this book were great because, like I said, the thing that she finds, that she uncovers, is really incredible. But there's also another thing going on where there is in between the chapters of the story as it's unfolding are actually chapters for a book. And it's a sort of a thriller, and it's very similar to the situation that Isabel is going through. So you have to, one of the things that you're trying to uncover as you're reading is who wrote this story. Was it Isabel? Was it Claire, the mother? Was it Ward, her father? Who wrote this story and what is going to happen to it? So that is one of the other things that is going on in this book as well. So there's lots to uncover. There's lots to think about. I really, really enjoyed this book. I didn't like the characters, like I said, but that was definitely on purpose. Like, you can tell that the author purposefully did not want you to like these people, but still, I was still tearing through it to get to the end to find out what happened. And like I said, I'm going to be thinking about it for quite a while, and there's much to unpack here and talk about. So highly recommend this one. It's really good, especially if you like books in the literary world. And I really hope that the author of this book did not base Ward on any known author that's around right now, because I would hope it's somebody that I don't read, or because I don't think I would ever be able to touch their work if they acted anything like the author acts like in this book. It's abominable. So this is a really great one. Give it a try. A Likely Story. So that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that this sounds really fun and exciting and interesting. And if so, please feel free to check it out from Farmington Community Library. Also, please give this video a like, and thank you so much for watching, friends. Have a wonderful rest of the day.